Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to our cozy corner of YouTube called Survived Shows. We are here tonight with director Peter Sullivan, who directs the new Lifetime movie, To Kill a Stepfather. Welcome and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And let's begin. Can you tell us a little bit about the storyline of To Kill a Stepfather?
Yes, the storyline is it's about a lawyer who gets a call from his sister, letting her know that her stepfather has passed away under mysterious circumstances. And when she inquires how her estranged mother is handling the situation, she's told that her mother is the one who's been arrested for the murder. So she has to go home to defend her mother against the charges of killing her stepfather.
Great. And what initially attracted you to the story in To Kill a Stepfather?
I have always wanted to do a legal thriller. I love courtroom movies. I love John Grisham books. I love uh, A Few Good Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, there's a few of 12 Angry Men. There's something about the legal system to me that I find is just absolutely full of drama and energy and tension. And I've always wanted to play in that world, and I'd never really had a chance to. So when the story came up, I thought, here's an opportunity to do a movie about a murder case and uh, dealing with the family dynamic and the relationship between the mother and the daughter. I just thought that was too exciting to pass up.
Yeah, great. And what do you think make the action in the movie so special and captivating?
Um, I think what really is captivating about this story is the fact that you have a mother and daughter who have not spoken in years, and they don't necessarily trust one another. The daughter blames her mother for a lot of the things that went wrong in her childhood. She blames her mother for the the destruction of her family, basically. And so now here she is. She has to make a decision. Am I going to defend this woman who not only do I not like, I think might actually be guilty, or am I going to turn my back on her? And she ultimately ends up deciding to take the case, but she does it not for her mother. She does it for her sister because
Yes.
of her sister's love for her mother and her love for her sister. And so it's really, it's the bond between the sisters that ultimately ends up bringing the whole family back together. But it is a very long, suspenseful road.
Yeah, interesting. And what do you hope audiences take away from watching To Kill a Stepfather?
First of all, I think they're going to get some wonderful performances. This is because one of the things I love about court and legal thrillers is you get some wonderful actors in there and you just kind of set them loose, you know, and just the dynamic of the situation. You have all of these characters in conflict with one another. It's just an opportunity to let some great performances shine, and we were blessed to have some really great performances, and it was just a joy to sit back and watch them bounce off each other and come in conflict with one another, and to see the relationship evolve and devolve and evolve again and twist and turn. And so I really want to take the audiences on that journey with
Yeah.
the characters, because it was like every day going to work was like watching a great stage play with these actors, and I really want the audience to have that experience that I did, where I got to sit and watch these people, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Great. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and the crew on set?
So could you repeat the question?
What was it like working with the rest of the cast and the crew on
Oh,
set?
well, okay. So the cast and crew, again, the cast was phenomenal. And like I said, I mean, it really was like watching a stage play every day, and it was great because one day we would be doing this great scene in in the interrogation room. We have the mother and the daughter going at it, and the next day we'd be in the law office and we get to see, the interaction between the two lawyers and their conflict. So every day with a different dynamic, so that was fun. Working with the crew is really that's a great question, because one of the things that I really enjoy about what I do and working, in this business, is that I've come to the point where my crew has become a second family, and we've done a lot of films together. And by and large, it's often the same group, and we work together, and we become friends, and we become close. And sometimes we fight like family, and we bicker like family, but at the end of the day, we love each other like family.
Great.
And it really is, it's gratifying when you walk onto a set for the first time. You already know everybody, you're already comfortable with one another, and you just hit the ground running. And we've done a lot of films this year where we've been lucky to get to work together often, and it's such a warm environment. And as a director, I really try to foster that. I want people to enjoy coming to work, to feel appreciated, that everybody's contribution is welcome. I'm always interested in hearing thoughts and suggestions. And I want everyone to just come to work looking forward to the day and not have to be, I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't, I want people to be excited and happy to be there and feel like their work means something, and that, I, as a director, the producers, everybody appreciates the hard work that everyone.
Yeah. And what can you tease about the character's journey? What can you, without spoiler?
Well, I won't say what happened with the relationship, but to see the evolution of the mother-daughter dynamic from where we are at the beginning to where we end up, and the parallels between their relationship and the case that our character's working on. Because without, again, giving too much away, there there begins to she begins to get the idea that there's somebody in the town, or maybe multiple people in the town, who don't want her to defend her mother, who don't want her mother to get off. They want to see her mother convicted. And the sad thing is, because the mother has a reputation that is not undeserved as being somewhat troubled, that there's a lot of people in the town who, uh, in the words of the prosecutor, want to see her mother hang for her crimes, who believe she's guilty. And the journey that our main character takes from someone who ultimately is one of those people who believe the mother is guilty and believe the mother should be punished for what she did, to, well, maybe she didn't do it. And then, if she didn't do it, well, then who did? And why would they do it? And then who's trying to keep me from uncovering the truth? And then her own life becomes put in jeopardy. And why? And it just continues to evolve as the story goes, where, what starts out as a family drama and becomes this legal thriller ends up becoming, a suspense, a story of suspense, because now her life is in jeopardy. And if there is a killer, the killer's still out there. What ultimately is their goal, and when and where will I be safe?
Yeah. And what was your favorite scene or moment while directing To Kill a Stepfather, if you can say so?
My favorite scene,
Yes.
I got to tell you, I really had a blast doing the courtroom. We have this great scene that accomplishes a number of things. It's essentially, you know, narratively speaking, it's the mother's arraignment, but it is also a number of other things. It is It is, on the surface, it's the mother's arraignment, but under the surface, it is our main character's first time in her small town courtroom. She come from the big city and now she's stepping into a small town courtroom, and what's that like? And then it's the first time she's meeting the prosecutor, who, surprise, turns out to be somebody she knew from law school, and somebody that she has a pact with that she didn't expect to see. So now you've got that going on. Plus, you've got the pressure from the sister not to mess anything up, but she doesn't want to let her sister down. And then contrast that with, oh, wait a minute, here's the victim relatives in the courtroom who very much think the mother's guilty. And it's that dynamic. And all of it is poured into one scene that is fantastic. And I remember it took us we spent a number of hours on that scene. And it absolutely, because it comes from so many different angles. It was so exciting to see that scene come together, and that to me was very memorable. And also just to be shooting in a courtroom is always exciting.
Great. And the last question, can you tease us something about your next projects?
My next project, yeah. So we're going to start production soon. I can't say just when yet. But I am right now. We're putting the finishing touches on the script, and it the best. To sort of tease you about it. What attracted me to that project was that it's a movie about a writer.
Okay.
So I did see a lot of myself in it, and it is very much a movie about two characters coming in conflict with one another, and I love those stories. I got to do that, recently with my movie Trapped in the Farmhouse, where essentially it was largely a two-person movie. My Netflix movie Secret Obsession is largely a two-person movie. There's something exciting for me about having two just wonderful performers and just letting them loose on one another. And so, without saying anything more, that'll be coming up very soon.
Great. And we are looking forward to watching it. Thank you,
All right,
Peter,
well, thank you.
for joining us today and sharing your experience. Remember that To Kill a Stepfather will premiere Sunday on the Lifetime channel.
Great. All right, well, thank you very much.
And thank you all for watching. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.